What's up, metal and heavy music fans? Today we're going to talk about why the new Architect single, When We Were Young, is marketing genius. And I am going to stick to the marketing side of this conversation because honestly, the song itself, it's fine. It's a perfectly typical, average, later career Architect song. A big fan. Did a tier list you can check out to hear my thoughts on all their albums. I thought the last one was decent for what it was, not necessarily the direction of their sound I enjoy the most, but you know, they're big. That's the thing right now, right? They are a huge band, seemingly unstoppable despite making changes to their sound over the years. But as far as this song goes, I think it highlights the new kind of way you should be approaching music in the modern era. And I want to be really clear first to say, this does not mean you have to do this. I'm going to have plenty of people in the comments and people watching who are like, this is lame. Like, this is stupid. You shouldn't do things that way. And you know what? That's fine. Like, you don't have to. But I'm just pointing out, like, they're using kind of a hack here in a way. They've hacked the system.
Scanning, control, manipulate scientific data.
Not that they really need it, because Architects, like, is a name on its own. But what they're doing here is they're using this song title, intentionally or unintentionally, I'm not entirely sure, but it seems pretty calculated to me. What else do we know right now that's big that's also When We Were Young? That huge festival that everybody's talking about, right? With all of the like throwback pop punk and like post-hardcore bands that we remember from like the early 2000s, basically. And so they're using keyword trickery is what this comes down to. For those not in the know, something that's big if you've been a creator on YouTube for a while and you're really trying to like grow your channel and make videos that people really want to watch, you do keyword research, which is where you just literally go and see what's trending within your area of expertise. In my case, metal, various types of metal and hard rock sometimes. And you find out, okay, what's big, what's blowing up, what do people want to hear about? You don't have to go with those topics necessarily. There's plenty of times where a big single comes out and I'm like, I don't care about this at all. I have nothing to say about it. And so in that case, I pass. But a lot of times though, like, let's say a new Rammstein single pops up and I'm like, okay, I love Rammstein. I love talking about Rammstein and I'll be entertained watching this new music video and I'm going to be talking about it anyway, so I might as well record it. And those end up being very big, popular videos. They're kind of doing this almost in reverse as the band because they're taking this big keyword that everybody's already talking about and they've turned it into a song. And again, I don't know if that was intentional. Maybe it's a total coincidence. It totally could be, because this is a common topic, right? Talking about songs, the lyrics have to do with, you know, when we were young, right? People love nostalgia. And so this just feeds into that on that simple level too. That's where that phrase comes from to begin with. Obviously, the festival didn't come up with it. There was the Killers song that was huge in the 2000s as well, that I'm pretty sure that's where the festival gets its name from, even though they're not on the bill, but that's a whole other conversation. But they didn't coin the phrase either. Like, that goes way, way back. But again, I think it highlights something that bands could be doing right now if they're really focused on growth and exposure and smart marketing and doing it yourself. So what you could do in a similar vein is find something that's trending the same way that I do with my videos. Find stuff that I'm interested in. I always say I think of it as like a Venn diagram. I've got like this circle of what I want to do and this circle of what my fans want to hear about. And I find that little spot in the middle that appeals to everyone and try to pick things in the middle too that are trending in a big way. They've got some big numbers associated with people wanting to hear about that topic. It's a popular topic in some way. And then I'll mix in other stuff too along the way. But as a band, you could do the same by going on and seeing like what are big trending topics. Like, just off the top of my head, like for the moment right now that I'm recording this, is the Johnny Depp case, right? A lot of people are talking about this. You could potentially take a phrase like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and write a song about it if that's what you're interested in, again, too. Like that's a key factor. Don't just pick words and then write a song that you don't care about, but maybe start there, which I think is hard for creative types, because you generally just start with that random free flow of ideas that pops into your head. And then the title is almost like an afterthought. But YouTube works in reverse, and marketing in the YouTube culture works in reverse. Like, you really want to have, they teach you to have your title first and have that down pat and tied to those keywords. And then you create your script or your outline for your video based on that. And you usually have your thumbnail, at least in your head, before you even start. And so that's what I'm suggesting to smaller bands right now, is work in reverse. Find something that's trending. The Johnny Depp thing is just one idea, but find something that's like big in the news or pop culture or whatever. Another idea, like Machine Gun Kelly, it has been like pretty big. I think that topic's kind of like on the decline at this moment, but when it was at its peak, it would have been smart to, if you had strong feelings about it, write a little single and title it like Machine Gun Kelly Sucks or whatever. Like that's totally fine. And I guarantee like that'll wind up in the algorithm. I can't guarantee it, but it'll be more likely to trend alongside those other big videos. Or like recently, the whole Chris Barnes quotation about his thoughts on modern death metal bands. Pretty much every channel I know was making a video related to Chris Barnes at the time, and it paid dividends. Like, those videos blew up because that was a big topic. So a band could have made a song, Chris Barnes Sucks, or like Metal Forge Reviews made a metal remix of the Chris Barnes Slap that you can check out on their channel. And that did pretty well too. Pretty entertaining, I might add.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth! I'm going to, okay?
So again, I'm not saying just like grab some garbage and become like a TMZ band where you're just like riding the wave. Obama, Obama. But find waves that you're interested in. Find waves that spark some creativity. Come up with a title that you know will do well in the system and that will get it in front of people. And then write a song that is genuinely engaging for you and put it up on the internet. Again, this is not necessarily new, because there's plenty of bands that like one member will do like a playthrough of someone else's song that's big right now, or they'll make their own like remix to it. That's pretty typical, but I have not seen a lot of cases of just an outright band writing a song, a full song that is tied to like the topic. And that's just the thing that immediately jumped out at me about this. Because again, the song itself, it's pretty unremarkable. But that title, when I saw it, in fact, I was a little confused at first, because I was like, okay, is this a cover or what? And then I thought about it more and I was like, oh, I think this is a marketing strategy. So yeah, do with that what you will. Let me know down in the comments, like, what do you think about this? Is this something you'd be interested in doing, or do you think it's totally lame? Like, you don't have to do it. That's valid, of course, as well. If you are into metalcore, you can also check out my video of the latest Northlane album, Obsidian, where I rank every single track on the album. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.